Imagine dying in an instant and waking up in another world, but not as a legendary hero, nor a powerful prince. No, you find yourself just a dragon egg in the middle of a forest full of ferocious monsters where everything around you wants to crush you. The weakest possible start. But this is not the end. It's just the beginning. A hero's journey from zero. Every battle, every step brings you closer to an unimaginable power. From a fragile egg thrown into the heart of hell to a legendary dragon shaking the heavens and earth. The question is, will it survive in a world where only the strongest survive, or will it become a living nightmare feared by all? Today we witness an epic rise from nothing. The story of a dragon that started as a tiny egg and became a monster that destroys everything in its path. This is the story of Lusa the dragon. Watch until the end, because the final scene will blow your mind. Let's dive in. The story begins with a boy named Lusa. The moment he wakes up, he finds himself in a dark, suffocating place. He can't see a thing. He tries to move, trying to light up his surroundings, but nothing happens. The space feels cramped, almost like he's trapped inside a jar. Suddenly, he hears a cracking sound from above. When he looks up, a beam of light hits his face. The shell around him shatters with a shock, and he finds himself in the middle of a forest surrounded by countless trees. He doesn't understand how he got there, or why he can't move freely. Fear grips him. Then a skill menu appears in front of him. He realizes he's inside a dragon egg. His health indicator shows 5 out of 5, and a few skills appear beside numbers he doesn't yet understand. Suddenly, he hears a voice talking to him, someone giving him instructions. Lusa doesn't know who it is. It's his assistant, Koshi. She tells him the egg is still level 1, and he must move carefully to keep it safe. Lusa thinks he's trapped inside a game. Koshi admits she can't explain much. He's just at the beginning, level 1, and she doesn't fully understand the situation either. Lusa asks frustrated, "Who are you? What am I even doing inside this egg?" Koshi keeps repeating, "I can't explain yet." Angry, Lusa struggles. The egg falls from a tree. Suddenly, he unlocks a fall resistance skill, but his health drops by 1 point, now at 4 out of 5. He feels like giving up. Koshi teases him. "Congratulations, you just earned the title of the Clueless for doing something that crazy." Lusa snaps back. "What do you want from me? Explain what's happening before something happens to me." Lusa felt the egg start moving. It began rolling down a steep mountain slope, picking up speed. At the last moment, it stopped, just before falling into the water. He couldn't see his own face, but he knew he was trapped inside a literal dragon egg, screaming at the top of his lungs, "Someone! Anyone! Get me out of here!" Koshi quickly explains. He's sitting inside a rank F dragon egg, and if it breaks, he dies instantly. He's a tiny, helpless, completely useless hatchling. His only option is to stay inside the egg until he fully grows. For now, all he can do is roll. Koshi warns him, the egg is always in danger. It's considered a delicacy by humans and some monsters. A passing adventurer could snatch it and eat it. Confused, Lusa rolls the egg again through the forest. Koshi informs him he has reached level 2 in rolling. Lusa doesn't understand what that skill means yet, but when he focuses, he gains control over the egg. He can now move quickly between trees. Suddenly, he falls from a high slope. His health drops by 1 point, now at 3 out of 5. The egg cracks slightly. Death almost takes him. "No, I wasn't ready to die yet," Lusa cries. But after 2 hours of rest, his health regenerates fully. He learns that health recovers during sleep, giving him energy for his next attempt. Determined, Lusa rolls again, this time patiently. He dreams of becoming a ferocious dragon once he hatches. He searches for a way to hatch faster. He realizes he's in an RPG-like system. Collect points, level up, and evolve. But there's a catch. He must fight enemies to unlock higher stats. Suddenly, something moves in front of him. Instinctively, Lusa hides behind a tree. It's a massive, strange-looking worm. He thought he was alone. Stats appear in front of him. The creature's name is Dark Worm. It's level 3 and has the terrifying title Egg Eater Monster. Luck isn't on Lusa's side. The egg is its favorite meal. The worm peers from behind the tree and attacks.
Lusa yells in panic. "What do I look like, dinner to you or something?" He immediately starts rolling as fast as he can through the forest while the worm chases him at full speed. Lusa has no idea what to do. His mind races, trying to figure out how to escape. Then he checks the stats. The worm has 12 HP. That means he needs to hit it at least 8 times to defeat it, while he only has 5 HP himself. One mistake and he's dead. He keeps thinking, searching for another way, because a direct fight is impossible. Then he sees it, a steep slope. With no other choice, Lusa rolls straight toward it. The worm follows him without hesitation. At the last second, Lusa suddenly stops and changes direction. The worm, unable to react in time, falls straight off the cliff. But Lusa doesn't stop there. He jumps after it. Boom! The impact finishes the worm. Silence. The monster is finally dead. Lusa can't believe it. He actually defeated that insane creature. But just as he feels relieved, suddenly the worm moves again. It rises one last time, and then its soul leaves its body. It dies for good. Lusa bursts with excitement after the victory. 12 EXP points? He laughs. I knew it! I knew this was a game from the start. His egg reaches level 5, the maximum level for this growth stage. That means he's finally unlocked his first evolution. Lusa immediately asks Koshi for more information. In front of him, an evolution tree appears like floating cards. He has 2 choices, Baby Dragon, Baby Dracon. The second option is revealed to be a rare and powerful dragon type, but it has a huge drawback, its size. Even at its peak, it's only as big as a brown bear. Lusa frowns. So even after all this, I end up with a weak type? Koshi continues explaining. This type is feared because it can breathe fire, but at the same time, its flesh is considered a delicacy, especially for adventurers. It's not suited for combat. Small claws, weak fangs, and slow movement. However, it has insane potential for future evolution, possibly turning into many powerful dragon forms. But the harsh truth? Most of them die young because they're easy prey. Lusa gets annoyed. That's enough! Do all types just die like this? Is there no winning here? Suddenly, Koshi's spirit appears in front of him. She channels her energy into him, casting a glowing spell. I'm putting my hopes on you, she says softly. Then her voice fades away. Lusa feels a surge of power. His level rises again. Now he has a clear goal, reach the top and become the strongest dragon of all, even if his path starts weak. After a moment of hesitation, he makes his decision. Baby Dragon. No turning back. Suddenly, his body begins to change. The shell cracks open, and for the first time, Lusa is born. He evolves into the son of the Dragon King. He gains resistance skills up to level 5, the power of dragon scales, and honestly, he's the cutest dragon you've ever seen. His stats skyrocket. His HP reaches 15 points, but currently sits at 8. He realizes he needs to rest to recover energy. Before sleeping, he looks at the dead worm and says, "Guess I owe you one. Without you, I wouldn't have made it out." But suddenly, a strong hunger hits him. He looks back at the worm's body. Now it looks like food. Lusa realizes his instincts have awakened. His body is demanding protein.
He remembers Koshi's words. To grow stronger, he needs to eat. Slowly, he approaches the corpse, and then he devours it. The taste is disgusting. He almost throws up, but he forces himself to continue, because right now, he has no other choice. The next day, Lusa wakes up on top of a tree. For a moment, he hopes that this time he'll open his eyes and be human again. But when he looks into the water, he sees his true form, a small dragon. Even now, he still doesn't understand how his soul ended up in another world, and not just that, but inside a dragon's body. Worse, he realizes he has lost his memories. He can't remember his name, his past, anything from his human life. The only thing he knows, he used to be human. Suddenly, a group of dark worms appears behind him. This time, things are different. Lusa attacks. One by one, he hunts them down, easily. He gathers XP quickly and levels up, reaching level 3. Then, he unlocks a new skill, Dragon Breath. Lusa releases flames for the first time, burning the worms to ashes. He keeps fighting, keeps hunting, until after a while, he reaches level 15. Only 10 levels left to hit level 25. But after finishing them all, hunger strikes again. He refuses to eat worms this time. Then he noticed something, a mushroom growing beside the tree. He eats it and instantly regrets it. It tastes even worse than the worms. He throws up immediately. Turns out it was poisonous. But because of that, he gains a new skill, poison resistance. Koshi's voice returns for a moment. Your clueless title has been upgraded. Lusa sighs. Just let me live in peace for once. He continues deeper into the forest, searching for a better prey. He's tired of eating insects. Then he spots it. A gray wolf, level 7. It's bigger than him, but weaker in level. Lusa takes the risk. He attacks. Flame breath, flame strike. In seconds, the wolf is defeated. Perfectly roasted. Lusa smirks. This has to taste better than worms. He takes a bite, and finally, real food. Since then, every 2 days, Lusa hunts wolves and roasts them. This strategy pushes him to level 20. He starts getting used to his life as a dragon, but something is missing. Loneliness. Koshi barely speaks anymore, and she was the only voice keeping him company. So Lusa starts talking to himself just to feel less alone. Then, suddenly, he hears voices in the distance. He doesn't understand the words, but he feels it. Humans. For the first time, he feels excited. But when he gets closer, he sees them. 2 men and a woman, wearing clothes from what looks like the medieval era. Lusa hesitates. If they see him, they might hunt him. But then again, he looks harmless, just a cute little dragon. He checks their levels, lower than his, but together they could kill him instantly. Still, Lusa steps out, acting innocent, like a harmless pet. The man immediately pulls the girl back and looks at Lusa with a sinister smile. Then he attacks, slashing Lusa's body. The mage follows with a spell, paralyzing him completely. Lusa realizes the truth. They tricked him. His body won't move. But because of the attack, he gains a new skill, magic resistance. Still, he loses hope. So this is it. Humans are enemies too. The man approaches, ready to finish him. But suddenly, the girl steps in. She stops him. She defends Lusa. He doesn't understand her words, but he can feel it. She's helping him. She uses magic, healing his wounds. Lusa is shocked. She saved his life. He learns her name, Mira, level 5, far weaker than him, yet she stood up to protect him. Lusa can't believe it. Are humans actually kind? But the thought doesn't last long. His paralysis fades. He can move again, but he pretends to stay injured just so Mira stays with him longer. Koshi whispers, "You've earned a new title, the Liar." Lusa replies quietly, "Not now. Let me enjoy this moment." Then, as Mira speaks, something changes. He understands her. New skill unlocked. Language comprehension. Greek. Suddenly, a scream echoes from the distance. Lusa freezes. He recognizes the voices. It's the two men who were with Mira. Something massive attacked them. For a moment, Lusa mutters coldly, "I hope they're dead. One less problem." But as soon as Mira starts moving, he tries to stop her. He's scared for her. "Don't go. You'll die like them." She has no magic left. She used everything to heal him. She can't fight anymore. But Mira looks at him and says softly, "Take care of yourself." And then she runs toward the danger. Lusa tries to follow, but his body won't move. The paralysis isn't fully gone yet. He knows it. They don't stand a chance against whatever is out there. Again and again, he forces himself to move, until finally he stands up and runs, fast, to save Mira. When he arrives, he freezes in horror. A massive rock dragon stands before him. Its attack power, 260. Its level, 14. Lusa's eyes widen. Its HP, 212. Even if he attacks non-stop, he'd need 4 times his strength just to stand a chance. Then he sees her, Mira, unconscious, lying right beneath it. If the dragon moves its tail even slightly, she's dead. The rock dragon notices Lusa approaching. Lusa's body locks in place. Fear takes over. What was I thinking? He regrets everything. Those two could have helped me fight it. But it's too late. The rock dragon lunges at Lusa. Lusa barely escapes, hiding behind a small tree. He trembles. He knows he can't win. He peeks out. Mira is still alive. Her HP, 6. But the dragon is moving toward her again. Inside him, a voice whispers, "Run! Save yourself!" He knows it's the logical choice. He has no skill, no power, nothing that can defeat this monster. But then he sees it, blood flowing from Mira's head. And suddenly he remembers her sitting beside him, healing his wounds, protecting him. Lusa clenches his teeth. "I can't let her die!" He screams at the top of his lungs, and something inside him awakens. His body spins, faster than ever before. He launches himself into the air. New title unlocked, King of Rotation. He crashes into the rock dragon at full speed. From above, from the sides, relentless attacks. In that moment, he notices something else. The old mage is dead, but the other man still alive, barely. 5 HP left. The rock dragon roars and fires a massive flame attack toward Lusa, but Lusa keeps spinning, striking from every angle. His mind races. I need to move Mira first, then come back. Suddenly, sharp stone spikes erupt from the ground. Lusa can't dodge in time. He's slammed to the ground. The dragon advances slowly. Lusa struggles to breathe. "Wait, just give me a second." But he knows there's no escaping this time. So he waits for the right moment. The instant the dragon opens its mouth, Lusa jumps. Flame strike! His attack lands directly. For the first time, it actually works. The rock dragon takes damage, but then Lusa looks up at its HP bar and his heart drops. Lusa feels it, a surge of power rushing through his body, like he was reborn. Without hesitation, he moves, fast. He grabs Mira and pulls her away. The rock dragon slams both its legs down, but Lusa barely escapes. He runs as fast as he can, carrying Mira back into the forest. But her condition is getting worse. Her HP drops, 3 points left. She's dying. Lusa's heart sinks. He doesn't know what to do. He wishes he could use healing magic. He reaches his hand toward her. Maybe something will happen, but nothing does. Because the truth is, He can't, and this desperate act won't save her. He takes a deep breath. I need to get her somewhere safe, away from the forest, away from the monsters. He tries to remember where she came from. Then he smells it. Humans from the north. Lusa carries Mira and runs toward the scent. But suddenly he realizes he chose the wrong direction. A pack of feral wolves appears behind him. Dozens of them. They want revenge for the ones he killed. Lusa keeps running until he's surrounded. No escape. He gently places Mira on a tree branch, keeping her away from danger. Then he turns around and attacks, all of them, before they can devour him. Mira slowly opens her eyes. Through blurred vision, she sees Lusa fighting alone, bleeding, surrounded. Then she loses consciousness again. Night falls, blood covers the ground. The wolves are gone. Lusa stands there, exhausted, broken, but still alive. He lifts Mira onto his back again and keeps moving. His energy is almost gone. He needs to rest. But then he sees it. A building. A village. Human village. He made it. Lusa starts shouting, begging for help. 2 villagers come out. He tries to speak, but they don't understand him. Then another man arrives. Without hesitation, he stabs Lusa's leg with a spear. They think he's a monster, here to attack the village. Lusa tries to explain, tries to tell them, I'm here to save her. But no one listens. No one believes him. He looks into their eyes and sees something dark. Fear, hatred, suspicion. Slowly, he understands. There's no point. No one will trust him. He gently places Mira on the ground, then turns and runs away. The villagers shout, wanting to kill him, afraid he'll return at night. One of them approaches Mira. She's unconscious, bleeding. Call Marbel! Hurry! He shouts. From afar, hidden behind a tree, Lusa watches, silently. A dragon will always be a monster, and humans will never change. He lowers his head. I just hope Mira will be okay. He turns away and walks back into the forest, alone. As he closes his eyes to rest, Koshi's voice whispers, New title acquired, the little hero. Mira slowly opens her eyes. This time, she's not in the forest. She's lying on a bed, safe. She looks around and sees Marbel standing in front of her. Relief fills her eyes. She's home. Marbel speaks calmly. You were badly injured. You used a massive amount of white magic. Your condition was critical. Mira tries to sit up. How long was I unconscious? Marbel answers, 2 days. You've been asleep for 2 whole days. That's the longest you've ever been out. Mira's eyes widen. 2 days. Then she remembers, someone saved me and brought me back, right? Marbel's expression darkens. She looks angry. This is all Dozo's fault. We learn the truth. Dozo, the man who was with them, the unconscious one in the forest, and the old mage, Grand, he's dead. Marbel continues, we found his body in the forest. It was strange. His body was crushed, like he was hit by massive Asolur. Only one creature could do that, the rock dragon. Dozo was an idiot, Marbel says coldly, trying to hunt a rock dragon. Mira's voice trembles. Where is Dozo now? Marbel hesitates, then answers, we didn't find his body, only a large pool of blood. We think the dragon might have eaten him. Mira freezes. Fear fills her eyes. She realizes she's the only one who made it out alive. Tears begin to fall. I couldn't stop him. Marbel sighs. It's good that you came back alive. Dozo was reckless, stubborn. He never listened. But Mira shakes her head. She's sad. No, he wasn't a bad person. Memories begin to surface. Dozo returning to the village after hunting wolves, children gathering around him, laughing, excited. He lifts a massive wolf onto the village wall. The kids stare in awe. "You killed that alone?" They beg him to play with them. He laughs. "Later, I'll come back." He was known as the first one to hunt monsters that approached the village. The children loved him because he was brave. Another memory. A night in the village. Mira walks past a tavern. Inside, Dozo is drinking, arguing with someone. The man mocks him. "You can't kill a rock dragon." Another reminds him, "You ran from it when you were a kid." Dozo slams the table. "I was a kid back then. Now, if I see that rock dragon, I'll kill it." His friend warns him, "Don't be stupid, that thing'll kill you." But Dozo doesn't back down. "I'm not coming back to this village unless I bring back the dragon's head." Later, Dozo approaches Mira and the mage Grand. He asks them to join him, to help him hunt the rock dragon. He smiles at Mira, teasing her. "Don't worry, I already got Marbelle's permission." Then adds jokingly, "She's too busy anyway. You're coming with us." Back to the present. Mira lowers her head. Tears fall silently. She whispers, "He wasn't a bad person. He just made the wrong choice." He was a bad person. Mira wakes up again, but this time she finds herself lying in bed. Standing in front of her is Marble, and she realizes she's back home. Marble tells her that she was severely injured and that using such a massive amount of white magic nearly killed her, meaning her condition was truly critical. Mira asks how long she was unconscious, and Marble tells her she's been in bed for 2 full days, the longest she's ever slept like that. She then learns that someone saved her and carried her back to the village. Marble is furious. She blames everything on Dozo, and we find out that Dozo and the old mage Grand went into the forest, but sadly, Grand is dead. His body was found crushed by massive rocks, clear evidence that the stone dragon killed him. When Mira asks about Dozo, she's shocked to hear that his body was never found, only a large pool of blood. Everyone suspects the dragon devoured him. Hearing this, Mira is terrified. She realizes she may be the only one who made it out alive. Despite Marble's anger, Mira feels deep sadness. She knows Dozo wasn't a bad person. She remembers how the village children loved him, how he used to return after hunting wolves, proudly showing them his catch and playing with them. He was always the first to protect the village, but his pride led him too far. Mira recalls that night, Dozo drinking, arguing, and claiming he could defeat the stone dragon. Even when warned, he refused to back down. He convinced Mira and Grand to join him, even lying that he had Marble's permission. Grand supported the lie out of loyalty. Back in the present, Marble warns Mira. Dozo's arrogance cost him his life, and she strictly forbids anyone from going near that dragon again. But something doesn't add up. Mira remembers clearly she collapsed in the forest after the stone dragon attacked, yet someone carried her all the way back. Marble refuses to believe it. No one from the village would risk their life entering the forest at night. Then Mira remembers Lusa. Meanwhile, Lusa awakens deep in the forest. His wounds are completely gone. He realizes that after resting for 2 days, his body fully recovered. It's the first time he truly feels the durability of a dragon's body, though he still doesn't realize how weak he actually is compared to real dragons. He thinks about Mira, hoping she's safe. Then he remembers everything, carrying her, evolving, even attacking the stone dragon. He didn't expect that kind of transformation, but Mira was the reason he moved forward. Now he has a goal: to become stronger. Lusa returns to hunting, this time smarter. He sets a trap using dark worms, tricking them into gathering before burning them all at once. The system grants him a new title, the Trickster. I didn't trick anyone. It was just a plan to get dinner faster. Using the same strategy again, he wipes out dozens of worms, gaining over 72 EXP and finally reached level 25, the maximum level his current form can achieve. But this is only the beginning. After fulfilling all the evolution requirements, the system finally unlocks everything, and Koshi brings up the evolution tree once again. This time, 3 entirely new dragon paths appear. Lusa freezes. He doesn't know which one to choose. Koshi steps in to help. She explains that the small dragon path doesn't mean size. It's actually a lower-tier evolution route with limited growth potential. There's also another type called the child dragon, which is completely different. It grows much further and ranks higher than both the hatchling and smaller variants. Now Lusa understands. The real choice is between higher evolution potential versus immediate advantages. But he still needs more details. One option is the small angel dragon, a creature with protective spirit power. It can use white magic, just like Mira's healing abilities, but there's a major drawback. Its combat power is extremely low. Lusa hesitates. White magic reminds him of Mira, of healing, protection, something pure. But is that enough to survive? Then another option appears, Baby Drakon, a powerful evolution focused on physical growth, strong body, fast development, perfect for someone who wants raw strength quickly. Then comes a more unique choice, Celestial Dragon, the mutated dragon. Its spotted skin represents a genetic mutation, giving it higher magical power than normal dragons. It's a balanced, long-term investment, strength plus magic. Lusa feels this might be the safest choice, but then the last option appears, Plague Dragon. A terrifying evolution from the evil Dragon King class, incredibly powerful, but brings destruction everywhere it goes, a being that spreads chaos naturally. Lusa is shaken. This kind of power could easily destroy the village, but it has one ability no other dragon has. It can transform into human. That changes everything. This is the deal Lusa has been waiting for, the chance to walk among humans, to get closer to Mira, to understand the world beyond the forest. But that power comes with a cost, a dark nature, a destructive instinct he might not be able to control. Now Lusa stands at a crossroads, power and destruction, balance and growth, protection and weakness. And honestly, if we're choosing for him, Plague Dragon is the best path, not just because of power, but because of opportunity. The human transformation ability opens doors no other evolution can. Yes, it's dangerous, but Lusa already proved he can think, adapt, and control himself. He's not just a monster, he's something more. And that's exactly what makes this path legendary. Lusa is still arguing with himself, unable to decide. He mutters, "Maybe I should just pick the Plague Dragon and burn the whole village down." But even as he says it, he hesitates. The risk is too high. Then suddenly he remembers Mira. She's injured, and the only way to reach her is to become human, no matter the cost. For a moment, everything becomes clear. This isn't about power anymore. It's about getting to her, blending in with humans, maybe even building a life. Who knows? Maybe I'll even marry her someday, he jokes to himself. So Lusa creates a backup plan. He'll try the Plague Dragon path, but if things go out of control, he'll abandon it later. Decision made. He evolves. His body grows larger, his scales turn pitch black, sharp claws emerge, and massive wings spread from his back. A small plague dragon is born. But the moment he looks at his reflection, he freezes. I look evil. Koshi informs him that his skills have reached level 3 and his overall power has nearly doubled. Even Koshi herself levels up, and Lusa gains a new item, dragon scale powder. He's flying now, stronger than ever, and yet something feels off. New skills appear on his list, strange, disturbing ones. One of them, rotten breath, a toxic stench capable of killing anything that inhales it. Lusa immediately freaks out. I don't want a disgusting skill like that. Koshi calmly responds, you also gained Calamity Aura. Your presence alone spreads fear and destruction. Lusa snaps, I'm already a walking disaster, isn't that enough? Then he suddenly remembers the whole reason he chose this path. Wait, where's the human transformation skill you promised? He checks his stats, and his heart sinks. It's locked. He needs a much higher level to unlock it. What kind of scam is this? This wasn't the deal. Take the flying skill instead. I don't even want to fly. He keeps shouting, panicking, realizing there's no turning back now. Koshi gives a cold answer. I don't control everything. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Lusa grits his teeth. I knew it. You've been tricking me from the start. Suddenly, the system screen disappears. Wait, I was joking. Silence. He collapses on the ground, exhausted, confused, overwhelmed. Now he has a new problem. How does he level up this terrifying form without destroying everything around him? He starts analyzing his abilities. The dragon scale powder has reached level 7. If he even flaps his wings slightly, a deadly toxic gas spreads instantly. That's when it hits him. This form isn't just strong, it's a weapon of mass destruction. With flight alone making up nearly 90% of his attack power, he realizes something terrifying. He could wipe out an entire village in less than 10 minutes without even trying. Just one movement, and everything dies. Lusa stands there, shaking, not from weakness, but from fear of himself. Because now, he's no longer just trying to survive. He's become something the world itself should fear.
What adventures will our hero face next? What will happen to Mira? Will she discover the truth or see him as a monster that must be killed? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, bell, and subscribe for more. See you. Bye.